We're going to do a little trailer reaction. We're going to jump right in. Everybody knows I'm a huge fan of Alien, so we're going to see the Alien Romulus trailer. I'm curious, and yeah, we'll have to break it down. I'm not optimistic at all. After Prometheus and Covenant, my hopes are pretty much in the trash can. But we'll see. Just for like a clarity, I'm only a fan of the first three films. I only include the lore from the first three films. I do like the game Alien Isolation. I think that was a great tone, captured the tone. Let's hop right in. Let's have a look.
Come on, help me, please. No, what is it? Get it away from me.
Run.
Yeah. Fuck. That's where we have an issue. That's where we have an issue. All right, cool. The anything to do with Alien is really serious to me. It's one of those subjects where I feel I've studied Giger. A lot of you know that I have alien tattoos. I have a lot of them. I have the Queen tattooed on my stomach. I have a giant 1979 Giger alien on my back. I have the chest burster from the original film on my hip, on my side. Alien is a really big deal to me in my life. And so whenever I see Alien content, I'm excited because they, for one, in the beginning of the trailer, they do the iconic teaser trailer music, which is from the first film. So they used it in Prometheus' teaser as well, which I feel like kind of damaged it. But they've used it here, and that is really interesting. And I like the claustrophobia. I like how dirty everything is. I like the lighting. All of that looks pretty good. This is the iconic Alien hallway, which is fantastic. Everything looks very analog. And the lighting looks pretty good. Looks filthy. I'm a fan of that used space. I don't like this update technology sort of crap in the Alien universe. It doesn't belong. All of it looks pretty good. The director is actually a really good director, so I'm very curious if he's going to be able to capture the tone of Alien. I wish Ridley Scott wasn't attached at all. I wish he was disconnected from this altogether. I feel that he needs to just stop directing. He's making Gladiator 2. I mean, his films have no passion. He's surrounded by people that kiss his ass all day long, and he's just taking the material, taking his camera and shooting it, making it look beautiful, and he's walking away. The passion, the drive is not there. He has no passion and he has no drive, and he's just getting a payout at this point. I wish he wasn't attached. Hopefully it's very little. And I do appreciate like all of this looks fantastic. The used in area. There's a lot of sounds that were used in this that were from the iconic, from Aliens, actually. They used a lot of the Alien sounds. They've mimicked the sounds from the 1986 Alien, especially through this. The facehuggers look fantastic. This is where I have an issue. Whenever anyone does a Ripley character, I can't help but get irritated with that information because when it comes to Ripley, no one is ever going to be Sigourney Weaver or Ripley's character. And a lot of people have misunderstood them. And I can even hear I'm very weary about this character in particular. She's got her pulse rifle or whatever gun she's got. I mean, this film fits between Alien and Aliens from what I've seen. But Ripley was not meant to be the main character. It was also written for a man, and it was flipped over in the script at the last minute, and they just made it into a woman. But Ripley's character was a regular person that was just living her life. She was on this thing, and everybody started getting wiped out, and it became the most intelligent character to survive. That's all Ripley was. She stepped up to the plate, and in the end, she killed herself to save the human race. And it's but a tough woman that's tough physically, where they have the gun and she's a badass. That's not what Ripley is. It's not at all actually what Ripley is. Ripley is, at its core, what humanity is supposed to do as a form of survival. It is what you do when you're down to the breaking point of pure survival. And that's the idea. You have this, this force that's coming that's probably going to kill you, and you have to outwit it and be smart. It has nothing to do with being a badass chick with a gun. So I take this very, very, very lightly here. I usually tend to, any character that tries to be a tough woman character kind of bothers me, because no one's going to be Ripley, and you shouldn't try. It's not going to work. That being said on that. And then the alien as well, I've seen the poster with this right here. I've seen the poster image, and I'm actually quite fascinated with the design choices they've made. It's actually pretty cool. I'm not interested, but I am interested at the same time. And as a huge Alien fan, a lot of you know that I'm like a fucking lunatic for Alien. I'm nuts. But okay, so on the design, they've chromed the teeth, but dark black chrome, which is very similar to... the white gums are Alien 3. The white gums were designed for the dog alien, or the ox alien, is what I call it. The inner mouth is white or gray, which is very Alien 3, which is awesome. I still think the Alien 3 design is incredible. Everything else is gray, so that is not the Alien 3 design, because the Alien 3 design was kind of like a roach. Like, it had that brown, sort of brown and gold sort of color to it. Brown, gold, and gray. The teeth are chromed, which Alien 3, they weren't chromed. A lot of people think they were. But the chrome teeth is very classic to Alien and Aliens. I find it interesting. I've seen the poster and of the alien itself from the side, and I do find it quite interesting. I'm curious. I think it's going to be a lot like the game Alien Isolation. I think I'm getting full tone of Alien Isolation here, which is good. That's great. I just don't think they could get the rights probably or something. So this one fits between Alien and Aliens as like a little shoehorned film, which I think is probably the best place to put it. And the reason why I say that is because don't fuck with my Alien 3. Like, people, they constantly roll it through the dirt and hate on it and give it shit. But Alien 3 is not bad. It is not a bad film. The only reason you have to sift through all of the studio interference and all the problems, and there is a film there that David Fincher was trying to make that was interfered with, but it's there. And if you can see it while viewing, especially the assembly cut, which was mostly his version with the ox and the scene, the character Galek, which is fascinating, and the alien gets trapped in a chamber in Alien 3's assembly cut. They get it trapped. I found all of that incredibly fascinating. I prefer it coming out of an ox, personally. A lot of people prefer the dog. I prefer the ox. I just felt like the ox is iconic for medieval mythology, and I think a lot of people just went right over that. They like the idea of the dog being vicious or ferocious and running and all that stuff, and I think the ox was better. It's supposed to still be an alien. It just gets slightly influenced by its host, like Kane in the first film. I think that the alien had slight ideas about the ship or memories or where to go. I don't know. I just have that theory to myself. But that's why they call it Kane's son. So it's almost like Kane's alien. Anyway, so I'm curious. I'm interested. But I do think that I'm very wary, very cautious. I don't trust anything. I wish Ridley Scott wasn't attached. But you never know. They might actually be able to capture the tone, the claustrophobia, and the